Hello, it's Wednesday's Talking Reds. It's John Gibbons. I'm here with Chloe Bloxam, and we're here to bring you the latest LFC news and obviously a little bit of an update of what's going on at the Anfield Wrap at the moment as well. But we'll start with some lovely news because Andy Robbo, new contract, well deserved. Great for Liverpool, great for him.
Yeah, he's brilliant, isn't he? He encapsulates everything about Liverpool Football Club. He adores the club as well. He loves living here, and he's fit right into the family, hasn't he? You know, he gives 110%. He wears that badge with pride, and that's all you want as a Liverpool fan, and that's what you support. Similar to Lucas Leiva at the end of his career. So yeah, I'm so happy. You know, best left back in the world, in my opinion. He can run for days. My Christ, I wouldn't want to try and keep up with him. So yeah, just brilliant, and it's good to pen down the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Chimikas has come in and done pretty well the first two games, but Robbo at the moment is still sort of a level above that, isn't he? It'd be great to get him back, maybe for Chelsea, who knows? But, you know, we know now that, you know, he's going to be playing the next 5 years of his career at Liverpool, and that's great news. Yeah,
it is. I mean, when you've got these big star players, maybe a couple of years ago for the likes of Coutinho and stuff like that, they probably wanted to go to bigger clubs, bigger challenges in the sense of the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid. Now it's not like that. Now they want to stay at Liverpool. Now Liverpool is that massive club once again, and it's great to see because these are world-class players, the best players in their position, and they're staying here.
Yeah, it says a lot about Robbo as well, that there's been sort of no drama or sort of fuss over this one whatsoever. You know, obviously with the Henderson one sort of rumbled a little bit. There's been a few stories in the papers that he might go to Europe. Obviously the Mo Salah saga has been a long running one, whereas Andy, you don't hear nothing. First thing you hear is it's done, he's made up to be here, he's delighted. That says a lot about him, I think.
Yeah, it does. He's a professional, and also you can tell he loves where he is in Liverpool. He loves the club, and you know, he's got a flag on the cop. He's a left back and has a flag on the cop. Like back in the day, you'd never really see things like that. And to be fair to him, you know, he's always professional in what he does. He always gives everything for the badge in the club, and he's deserved it. He is absolutely unreal, and I just can't wait to see him for the next 5 years because, you know, his level now is already unbelievable, but imagine more years developing under Klopp. He can literally become the best in the world and untouchable.
Yeah, absolutely. Already maybe the best left back in our history. Do let us know sort of what you think about that. There might be a few on there who've got a few disagreements with that, but do let us know. Certainly the best one I've seen anyway. A few comments here on Robbo's new contract. Granola McGee says, delighted about Robbo's contract. He's been one of the most reliable in our squad, consistently great. I'd certainly agree with that. And Philip Jeffrey says, Robbo's contract has made my summer such an important figure for us on and off the pitch. Absolutely agree with that. In terms of ins then, in terms of transfers coming in, there's been a couple of sorts of, you know, well, not quite hammer blows, but certainly knocks over the last 24 hours to a couple of players that we've been linked with. The Mbappe 2022 train that were all sorts of on. Real Madrid seemingly have other ideas on. Whacked in a 160 million bid. Euros, I think it was, overnight that apparently PSG have turned down, but you can't imagine Real have done that. It's a lot of money for someone 1 year left on his contract. It shows how desperate they are to get him and how much, you know, well, I mean, they need him, to be fair.
I think what's weird though is I read a couple of weeks ago that they were 900 million debt, and yet here they are spending another 160. It is very mad to me. But I think when you look at reality, I've literally dreamt of Mbappe in a Liverpool shirt, but he's already on like 350k a week. Salah, if you're only offering him 250, you know, you're messing up the entire wage system we have for him, and it'd be brilliant to have him, and he'd be his own brand. He would actually get so much attention at Liverpool and so many sales with shirts and everything. But, you know, he's had his heart set on Real Madrid for quite a while. I think it's absolutely mad. Like, I'd just wait it out. I understand Real Madrid are suffering and everything, but like, just wait it out. Why pay 160 mil on top of his wages?
If I was Mbappe as well, and Madrid was my team, I'd think, play a year with Messi. That'd be all right. So then I'll go there on a free, and you know, as you say, be able to sort of command what he wants. So it seems a strange one to me, but maybe he's just sort of had enough there and he wants to go, and maybe Madrid is a dream, or maybe he's just waiting for for Liverpool who don't know, we've got a bit of exclusive here anyway. Latest breaking. Fabio didn't have this one. It's from Ian Kirbishley. He said he's just seen Mbappe doing a wheelie down Breck Road last night, shouting, "Do one Florentino." So there we are. News coming first from Ian Kirbishley. You know, we won't read that anywhere else on Twitter this morning. So we shall see. A couple of, I mean, Jude's thrown another spanner into the works here, which is something I've seen elsewhere. It says Liverpool definitely not happening in terms of Mbappe he's talking about, but worry who PSG might want to replace him, which is why we need to tie Salah down ASAP. I saw a few comments about this, about the concerns with PSG with £150 million sorted to burn. I don't think Salah will go this summer. I don't think he'd sell it this summer, but you know, I would like to see Salah tied down sooner rather than later, just to sort of alleviate any concerns.
Yeah, he literally has been the biggest player for us last season when you think about it. You know, the world class ability he has, and just I've never seen someone with so much determination to self-develop. Like, he can score a hat-trick but miss a chance in the 80th minute and he'll be absolutely fuming at himself. Yeah. And I absolutely love it. I love that he's never happy to settle with what he's got. And yeah, we've got to tie him down because he's one of the best players I've ever seen in a red shirt. And people can look at his left foot and say maybe it's not the best, but my Christ, he's a goal poacher. And I'm happy with him getting 20, 30 goals a season. Thank you very much. So yeah, no worries. I think he loves the club. I think in an interview he said that the best thing about Liverpool is the people, and that's true because he's been absolutely adored. You know, you sing his song on the car. Everywhere he goes, there's someone fanboying, girling over him, and you're like, he probably doesn't have a normal life anywhere, but yeah, he's adored, and I'd love him to sign a new contract.
It's like going out with Josh Sexton.
It really is. Signatures everywhere.
The Josh Sexton. That's what it's like. Another one then who's been linked a lot with Liverpool, who looks like he could be going elsewhere, is Saul, and I don't know, how you know, real the sort of links were really, but the Chelsea one seems strongest. Fabio again saying that it looks like it's going to be Chelsea alone at the moment with a view to sort of buy, although he thinks Manchester United sort of might come in later. You know, did you ever think that the Saul ones you sort of had legs? Because, you know, it was there, but I don't know, I never sort of saw any of the journalists who you sort of really respect in terms of, you know, information coming out. You know, I certainly didn't see them saying, you know, oh, this is a priority for Liverpool.
Yeah, I think with Wijnaldum going as well, it was probably from a Liverpool perspective, we probably looked into it a bit more than we should have done. But the thing was that at the beginning, it sounded like it was nearly concrete done, and everyone was like, oh yeah, get in. And then it went quiet for weeks. And then it came back and crept up a little bit, and then it went absolutely quiet. So it was one of those where you were just in and out, and you were just like, if you're going to sign. If not, just leave us alone. Like, I've had enough. But yeah, I mean, it'd definitely be a blow in the sense of, like, I like him as a player. I think he's a very decent midfielder. And, you know, we've seen that with Atletico Madrid. And, you know, it seems like he's fallen out with the manager, or the situation there's gone a bit wrong. And to see one of your rivals, someone who can challenge you for this league, getting that midfielder, that is a bit of a kind... It's a bit of a... It doesn't hurt, but you feel a bit like, oh, there's a slight bit of worry or something there at the fact that if he becomes good there and we've been linked to him, then a lot of people can turn around and say, hey, remember when you tried to buy him but didn't, and now he's world class. A bit like Salah. When he went to Chelsea, everyone absolutely slated him. Then he came to Liverpool and is one of the best in the world. Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah, I think Chelsea might be greater than that again on Saturday tea time. We shall see. A couple of other comments sort of on transfers. David Jackson here, I like this one. Saul was a poor man's Leighton Clarkson anyway. Leighton Clarkson doing the business for Blackburn, did really well, got an assist, so well into him. Scott Willig saying, is Draxler a shout? He plays in midfield and on the either wing. PSG may let him go for 25 million or less. Klopp likes him and knows his style as well. That's an interesting one. Oversized head. Don't talk yourself down, mate. Your head's perfectly fine. Anyway, he or she says, I'm hoping that we've got all these new contracts locked down so that nobody can get the ache when we lash 400k a week at Mbappe. Maybe that's why they're trying to tie all these ones down. Stephen says, everyone happy with Basuma? Round off the squad nicely. I quite like Basuma, but I'm not sure Brighton would maybe want to sell him this summer now, but I'm sure he is on the radar. And yeah, Dave Jackson again saying, hopefully there'll be one completely out of the box signing. They keep things quiet these days, and that is true, isn't it? You know, you remember back to last summer, Chloe, of the day, you know, in here where suddenly they were signing Thiago and then Jota and everyone was going berserk. and the Jota one in particular completely out of nowhere. So they might have another one up the sleeve, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a good surprise, wasn't it? You woke up and there was Thiago and Jota. Jota, I always admired from afar. I really liked him as a footballer, but never did I expect Liverpool to go and buy him, and then we did. So it's also this contract situation. I didn't know, maybe you did, but I didn't know that Robbo was even being talked about. I thought it was just Salah.
Yeah.
So, it shows that they are doing stuff in the background, and maybe there is a sneaky one that they put in there, and hopefully, it's someone that we can get behind and they'll give everything for the club. But it would be nice to see one final one, wouldn't it? Just going into the season, one more, just to get the crowd even bigger.
One more to be nice if possible. I just want to finish on one other story, which I was a bit surprised about. It's come from ESPN this morning, that Naby Keita could be one going out, still potentially. He's obviously started both games, but according to this ESPN article, Keita's among a number of players who Liverpool are prepared to listen to offers for, so not necessarily sell, but he was on their list of people we'd listen to offers for, along with Origi and Chamberlain. Having started him in both games and the fact that he's done pretty well, you'd be surprised, wouldn't you, if Keita, unless they're trying to get this war chest up from Mbappe, you'd be surprised if he was to sort of go. It looks to me like, they're willing to sort of give him this season at least. Yeah,
for sure, and I think we've already lost Wijnaldum. I can't use another midfielder. I wanted another midfielder coming into the Blazers, never mind getting rid of one, but I think it is a make or break season for Keita. It either goes well and, he stays fit, and then he can have a look at next season, or if he misses too many games, it's simple as we'll take the offer, whatever comes in. But I also think it's a case of we bought big money for him, didn't we? So we're going to want a decent amount for him. And with COVID and with the fact that he's very injury prone, I don't know anyone right now who'd pay that big money for him. So I think it's it's at the beginning of the season, at the beginning of the transfer window, we kind of maybe was like, yeah, if someone pays us decent, we'll let him go. But as it's gone on now, I just think it's getting too late. Like, you're going to then have to look for a replacement, or you're going to have to move things about. And I think with the likes of Chamberlain and things like that, we've already got other players who aren't consistent enough to them getting rid of another midfielder. Yeah, I'd be very, very surprised. I think for me, ESPN's gone right downhill since Glenn Price left, but that is just my opinion. Okay, we'll leave it there for today. Listen, loads more if you subscribe to the Anfield Wrap. We've got lots of great stuff out today, including a transfer stats show that Neil's doing if you want a little bit more information on some of these players that we've been linked with. Also, Neil is having a chat with Rory Smith today. I think about the situation at Arsenal, although they changed their minds. You see when they wake up and there's very intelligent and what they want to sort of come up with, I'm sure it'd be brilliant. And then also this evening, look out for the show, we've got an LFC Women. LFC Women kick off their season this weekend. They've got a really big game on Sunday at Prenton Park, so we're encouraging everyone to get down to that. Tickets are available, or there is completely free if you want to get, if you've got a season ticket or a membership, but you still need to register for your tickets online. So much more information in our show on LFC Women, which is out for free on our audio platform later this evening. And then obviously from tomorrow, it's all going to be about the build-up to that Liverpool-Chelsea game. It's absolutely massive. I can't wait already. I can't believe it's only Wednesday. No, I know. It seems like it's dragged. I remember Friday as well. That day completely dragged. I was just sat there with anticipation, ready for the football, and because it's Chelsea at home now, it's even bigger, you know. So also I'd like to really peg them down when everyone's got them, you know, challenging for the title. You've just throttled Arsenal. I reckon my nan could throttle Arsenal at this rate, you know what I mean? Like, come on, give it a bit more of a challenge. So yeah, I'm so excited for it. Yeah, Champions League draw tomorrow. We'll see if Chloe's nan's in it. Anyway, up the Reds. See you later. Thanks to Jordan.